Hey everybody, this week we're going to talk about a story from the book of Exodus. Does anybody know what number book of the Bible Exodus is? That's right, it's number 2. It's the second book of the Bible and has a lot about Moses in it. So let's go ahead and listen to our story. This is a story found in the Bible about the people of Israel after God had brought them out of Egypt and they camped by Mount Sinai. Aaron and Joshua were left in charge of the people of Israel while Moses went up Mount Sinai to talk to God. They waited 40 days for Moses to come back down the mountain. It seemed so long they thought he must have died. "We don't know what happened to Moses," the people complained. "We will make our own God," they said. "We are tired of waiting." Aaron told the people to bring their gold earrings to make into a god. He melted the gold in a very hot fire and made a statue of a calf out of the gold. "Tomorrow we will have a feast and pray to our new God," he said. "Go home and prepare a meat offering to burn on the altar." The next day they burnt their offerings and danced and sang, but a calf made out of gold was not a real, living God that could hear or answer prayer. Moses came down from the mountain and was very upset to see the people praying to an idol, so he destroyed it. Then the people were sorry and only prayed to the one true God. So in this story, the people got impatient, and they didn't want to wait for God or Moses to come back down from the mountain. Do we get impatient sometimes? Yeah, I know you do. We get impatient all the time when we're waiting for something to happen, when we're waiting for our turn, when we're waiting for class to be over in school, all sorts of waiting we do in our lives, and we do get impatient. But God is really patient. And we want to be like God, so that's one reason why we should be patient. And also, we don't know how quickly God's going to act in our lives. Those people knew in their hearts that Moses eventually was going to come down from the mountain with what God had to say, but they didn't want to wait for it. So we need to wait for God in our lives. And God is also who we always worship. Those people worshipped a golden calf. Doesn't that kind of seem silly now? But sometimes we do silly things, and God's still there for us. We just have to be patient and wait for God and worship God. So let's go ahead and make our craft. For this craft, you'll want 2 pieces of paper, a pair of scissors, markers, and a stapler. So you're going to make a number 1 hand like this. So what you're going to do is you're going to draw a pretty big circle. Then you can go ahead and color in your circle. I'm using green because green is my favorite color, but you can use whatever color you want and color in your nice circle. And then I'm going to put my 1 finger, and then I'm going to draw in some knuckles. And then I'm going to color that part of it in here. And after I have it all colored in, on my hand, I'm going to write, "God is number 1. Because in this story, were the people, when they had the calf, were they thinking God was number 1? No, they weren't. So that's important for us to remember in our lives, that God is the most important thing. So then we're going to cut out the hand you drew. I stacked both my papers on top of each other. So then I'll have 2 of my cutouts. Then I have my nice number 1. And then I'm going to use my stapler, and I'm going to staple around the edge. I'm not going to staple the bottom. So we're just sealing it all together. Put a couple on my finger. And once it's all sealed together, you can put it on like your foam finger. And slide your hand in. Mine's a little small for my hand, but that's okay. And then you have a foam finger, or a paper finger really, that says God is number one. Hope you had fun making your craft this week. I hope you have a great week, and I'll see you in Sunday school. Bye!